这个故事相当于 B1 水平的英语能力，如果听起来不费力，在英语国家生活是没有问题的。只要20分钟，你就能在纯正英音中彻底掌握20个中高级核心词汇。现在，让我们一起走进卧虎藏龙的武侠世界。
Jen runs deep into the green bamboo forest. She is tired, but her heart is still full of anger. Suddenly, she sees a white figure standing on top of a tall bamboo tree. It is Li Mu Bai. He looks like a ghost, moving gently with the wind. He is not holding a weapon. He is simply waiting. Jen feels challenged. She jumps onto the bamboo, and the legendary treetop battle begins. The atmosphere is magical. The bamboo trees bend and sway like waves in the ocean. Jen attacks again and again with the green destiny. She is fast and violent. But Li Mu Bai is different. He moves with a calm discipline that Jen cannot understand. He doesn't fight her with strength. He fights her with peace. To him, the forest is a place for meditation, not a place for blood. No matter how fast Jen moves, Li Mu Bai is always one step ahead. He balances on the thin branches as if he weighs nothing at all. "You have the best sword in the world," Li Mu Bai says as they move through the air. But a sword is only a tool. Without a soul, it is just cold metal. Jen is confused and frustrated. She wants to be the best, but she realizes that she is fighting a man who has transcended the physical world. Li Mu Bai sees the great potential in her. He wants to save her from the poison of Jade Fox's teachings. He offers to take her back to the Wudang Mountains to teach her the true way of the warrior. "Why do you want to help me?" Jen asks, her voice trembling. "Because you are like a wild horse," Li Mu Bai replies, "and a wild horse needs a home, or it will eventually run into a wall." For a moment, Jen almost says yes. She feels the heavy regret of her choices. But then her pride returns. She thinks of the freedom she fought so hard to get. She does not want to follow more rules. She tricks Li Mu Bai and jumps into a deep, misty river below. She disappears into the water, taking the green destiny with her. Li Mu Bai stands on the bamboo, looking down at the mist. He knows that time is running out. The sword is still lost, and the girl is still wandering in the dark. He feels a cold shadow over his heart. He realizes that to save Jen, he might have to make the ultimate sacrifice. Jen eventually returns to the city, cold and hungry. She goes to find Yu Shulin. At first, they talk like sisters. Shulin gives her clean clothes and warm food. She tries to use kindness to reach Jen's heart. "Your family is worried, Jen. Lo is waiting for you in the desert. Give up the sword and go back to a life of peace," Shulin begs. But the atmosphere changes quickly. Jen sees that Shulin is still protecting the world of rules and traditional values. To Jen, Shulin represents the golden cage she hates. Jen becomes angry and draws the green destiny. "You think you are better than me," Jen screams. Shulin realizes that words are no longer enough. She must use her skill to teach the girl a lesson. They go out into the training yard. What follows is a famous battle of weapons. Shulin is a master of many different tools. She uses a heavy broadsword, a spear, and even 2 smaller blades. Each time Shulin uses a new weapon, Jen breaks it with the green destiny. The legendary treasure is too sharp. It cuts through normal steel as if it were paper. Despite the power of the sword, Shulin is the more experienced warrior. She uses her discipline to find gaps in Jen's defense. At one point, Shulin holds a broken sword to Jen's neck. "I could have killed you many times," Shulin says, "but I wanted to save you." Jen does not feel grateful. She feels humiliated. She uses the green destiny to hurt Shulian's arm. The blood drips onto the floor, and the friendship is broken. "You are just a thief," Shulin cries out. Suddenly, Li Mubai appears. He sees the blood and the anger. He realizes that the poison in Jen's mind is deeper than he thought. Just then, a dark figure appears on the roof. It is Jade Fox. She fires a poison needle at Li Mubai. She wants to kill the man who represents everything she hates. The battle is no longer about a sword or a girl's identity. It is about life and death. Li Mubai moves to protect Jen, even though she just hurt his best friend. The destiny of all four people is now coming to a final tragic end in the dark of the night. The night is dark and full of shadows. Jade Fox, the woman who started all the trouble, stands on the roof. She looks at Li Mubai with pure hatred. She fires her secret weapon, deadly poison needles. Li Mubai moves with incredible speed. He uses his sword to block the needles, but one small needle hits him in the neck. He stops moving. He knows the poison is entering his blood. Jen is shocked. She looks at her teacher, Jade Fox, and then at Li Mubai. She realizes that Jade Fox only wanted to use her as a tool for vengeance. Li Mubai, even though he was dying, managed to kill Jade Fox. As she lies on the ground, she laughs a cold, cruel laugh. "I have killed the man you wanted to be like," she tells Jen. Li Mubai falls to his knees. Shulin runs to him and holds him in her arms. "Stay with me," she cries. "I will find the medicine. Jen, go to the pharmacy and prepare the antidote." Jen is crying now. She finally realizes her mistakes. She runs into the night, using all her skill to find the ingredients to save him. But Li Mubai knows it is too late. The poison is too strong. He looks at Shulin, the woman he has loved in silence for 20 years. He has very little breath left. "Do not waste your energy talking," Shulin begs. "Use your meditation to slow the poison." Li Mubai shakes his head. "I have already wasted my whole life," he says quietly. "I would rather be a ghost by your side, even for just a moment, than find freedom alone in heaven." He speaks his last words of love, and then his eyes close forever. The great swordsman, the hero of China, is gone. Shulin weeps over his body. She takes the green destiny and holds it tight. It is no longer a legendary treasure to her. It is only a heavy piece of metal that cost her the man she loved. When Jen returns with the medicine, she sees Shulin's face and stops. She is too late. She has the power to steal a sword, but she does not have the power to save a life. The atmosphere is filled with a terrible silence. Jen leaves the sword behind and disappears into the mist, her heart broken by regret. The story ends back where it started, in the beautiful Wudang Mountains. The mist moves between the green peaks like a sea of clouds. Jen has traveled a long way to find Lo. He is waiting for her at the monastery, just as he promised in the desert. He is happy to see her, but he can see that Jen is a different person now. She is no longer the rebellious girl who's stolen a sword. She is a woman who has seen the cost of her adventure. They spend one last night together. Lo tells her the legend of the mountain again. If a person has a sincere heart, they can jump from the peak and fly, he says. They will not die. Their wish will come true. He looks at her with hope, thinking they can finally start a new life together, far away from the traditional rules of society. The next morning, the sun rises over the clouds. Jen stands on a high bridge, looking out at the beautiful world below. She looks at Lo and smiles a peaceful, mysterious smile. "Make a wish, Lo," she whispers. "I wish for us to be back in the desert together," Lo says. Jen nods. She doesn't say anything. She turns and jumps into the white mist. She doesn't fall like a stone. For a moment, it looks like she is floating, like a bird in the wind. She disappears into the clouds, flying toward her destiny. Did she die? Or did she truly find the freedom she was looking for? No one knows. Back in the city, Shulin returns to her quiet life. The green destiny is returned to Sir T, but it stays in its box, never to be used again. The world of heroes continues, but the story of the master and the girl becomes a legend.
太棒了！你又完成了一次沉浸式听力挑战。如果这个视频评论超过50个，会推出跟读版本。如果你喜欢这种沉浸式学习方式，欢迎点赞并订阅。